welcome to Inside Outlook. I'm Jeff Havers, Superintendent of Pemberton Township Schools. This is our final program for the 2021-2022 school year as we wind down to the last few days of school. I'm pleased to see the last few months bring a flurry of in-person activities as we return to a full schedule of concerts, award ceremonies, and social activities. We made some great strides in return to normalcy this year and look forward to an even better year next year. Today we'll be celebrating the graduating class of 2022, and I'm pleased to have the top two students of the class with me today, along with Mr. Joseph, the principal of Pemberton Township High School. Welcome.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Joseph, let me start with you regarding the class of 2022. Their high school years have really been like no other. Is that correct?
Yes, I would agree. I think probably the biggest challenge, and I know our students could agree, is that the last full year that they were in school was their freshman year. So you'll just imagine freshman year, last full year, and then suddenly their last high school year is their a full year. So between that time, it was challenging in regards to being remote, some being in person on A-day, B-day schedules. But I think they have weathered that storm effectively, and now that we're finishing out their high school career, I think they'll be better because of those challenges that they were able to overcome.
Perseverance. Mm-hmm. Now I know even this year, was a full year, but still not a normal year. Now we've had all these activities outside, inside, but it's easy to forget that this year we had a lot of quarantining. With students and staff, right? And there were still some limits on activities in the beginning of the year.
Correct. And I think sometimes I agree. Sometimes we fail to remember what September was, right? September feels so much different than it does now. And again, that idea of perseverance for our students, our staff, is something that kind of shows throughout. And then also, if we think about it, we just had our 50th anniversary of Green and White Night last Friday, and that was 2 years in the making, right? We were supposed to have that March of 2019, but now we're here being able to do that. So again, kudos to our students and our staff and parents for kind of persevering with us.
And how do you think those circumstances impacted them and what they did to overcome the issues?
So again, I think as a staff, we worked with our students, really trying to identify some strategies to kind of help support them throughout. I think one of the biggest things that we tried to do this year was we tried to build different activities, social ones primarily, really trying to get them back in. So we start our school year off with our Character Red kickoff. We actually had one towards the end of the school year. We have our student ambassador program where our upperclassmen were helping support our freshmen. So just different activities and programs that we're really trying to get them back to what we quote unquote would call a normal school year.
Right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Joseph. And now we're going to take a few minutes to chat with just two other students who are able to make their high school years meaningful. Seniors Yuran, Saul, and Leo Yang. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Leo, let's start with you. You've been named the Class of 2022 Valedictorian, which is impressive achievement. So despite the upheaval caused by the pandemic, you're able to continue to succeed. Tell us about your overall high school experience.
So far, my overall high school experience, it's been pretty not like up and downhill. It's more like a slope up. Is the reason the hardest challenge I've had so far would be in my engineering 4 class because I skipped engineering 3, so I never had that experience for my junior year. So other than that, everything else is over well.
All right, so other than that, you just managed to persevere and work through everything?
Yeah.
Now, you skipped engineering 3. Is that because of scheduling, or is that because of the pandemic? Why did you skip engineering?
It was a mix of both.
Okay, a mix of both?
Yeah, and then when I talked to the teacher who was Mr. Stark, who was involved with that, he allowed me to skip engineering 3 and jump straight into 4th.
And I know we're going to get a little ahead of ourselves, but I know that your future, I believe, is in engineering, right?
Yes.
So that's great. All right, and what do you think contributed to your successes in high school, right? Because you said it's been pretty steady for you, maybe some minor hiccups, but pandemic was an upheaval for many. So what do you think contributed to your success?
What most contributed to my success is the amount of time and opportunities my parents and my teachers given me. Because since I'm not involved with like a lot of school activities, I have more times to work on class works, and my parents are very, they really want to see me or excel in academics rather than being involved with other extracurricular activities.
Well, you may not be involved in as many extracurricular activities, but I know that you work quite a bit, right?
Yes.
With the family business?
Yes.
Right, so that's another way you build up your ability to manage time, right? And build up your character.
But I'll also say, maybe, I don't know if you forget, you were a pretty strong wrestler, right?
I did.
So he was in the wrestling program and the robotics club. So those are two extracurricular activities that you were involved in. I think which helps you as a once you get to college.
Right, so robotics, wrestling, working, right?
Yeah.
And then focus on your academics. That's great. Thanks. Now, Yuran, you're the salutatorian, ranking number 2 in your class. While it's obvious you've also been very successful, can you share some of your challenges and triumphs over the past few years?
I think my biggest challenges would probably be like AP classes with like a bunch of my friends, because if I didn't understand something, I would look to them hoping that they could help me out. But you just see the same look of cluelessness on their face as you do your own, and you're like, oh, oops.
Well, sometimes it makes you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, it makes me feel a lot better.
And as you've grown over the past 4 years, what do you think has contributed to your success?
Definitely having teachers that I could talk to, whether it be like school related or like outside of school related. Definitely having friends I could talk to no matter what. Having a family that's just a strong backbone to have to lean against. All of it just came into one and just worked out for me.
So all those relationships, people
Yeah.
supporting you. This question's for both of you. Even though your high school experience have certainly have not been typical, when you reflect back on it, what are you most grateful for?
I'm most grateful for my parents and Mr. Stark, because he's able to do a lot of my scheduling and help me out which classes to take. And then the only reason I was able to take the engineering 4 class was because of him, along with a lot of the other AP courses. And my parents have supported me a lot throughout the 4 years in high school.
Wonderful. We need that support, don't we? Mm-hmm. And Yuran?
I think it's definitely teachers. They helped me out a lot. My brother and my friends. And I'm actually grateful for COVID because of it, I know that I could get through even the biggest challenges. I know I could do online learning. I could just self-learn. I know that I could persevere and make it through no matter what.
It's a great point, Yuran, because we know that the future is going to have challenges.
Yeah, definitely.
Challenges we don't even know what they're going to be, but when they come along, you can remind yourself of how you overcame these challenges, right? And if you can overcome these challenges, you know you're better prepared to overcome the next challenges, right?
And I would also add again, Yuran was a 4-year outstanding swimmer.
Varsity.
So, yeah, it's varsity. So again, I believe for our students, the goal is not just academics. We know academics is very, very important, but just being well-rounded. Because I always tell students, when you get to colleges don't want robots. I think they can build robots, right? They really want students who are going to be able to be impactful at the college level.
And colleges often look at what you can add, right? Not just what they can do for you, but what you can do for the college. With that said, can you both tell me about your plans after graduation? Leo?
I plan to attend Rutgers, New Brunswick, and major in mechanical engineer. And after, I plan to get a bachelor degrees, and then a master, and then find a career related with one of the fields.
Excellent, excellent. You're on?
Well, this is an easy answer because mine is the exact same.
Oh, really?
I'm also going to Rutgers, New Brunswick to focus on engineering, but instead of pinpointing exactly where I am. They have a course where I could test out different things to see what I like. But as of right now, it's either going to be civil, mechanical, or bioengineering.
All right, excellent, excellent. Well, thank you both. Mr. Joseph, these two students are an outstanding representation at Pemberton Township High School, and we're proud to say there are additional successes in the class of 2020-2022.
Yeah, and again, for me, I think there are other students, right, that have done amazing things in spite of all the challenges. We have a student who graduated from RCBC before graduation, earning his associates. We have a number of students who have earned college credits throughout our dual enrollment program with RCBC. We have students earning scholarships at a variety of schools, students who are attending trade schools. So again, our focus at the high school has always been that individual child, making sure that we do what's right for them. So it could be going to college, it could be going right into the workforce, and then we have students enlisting into the military as well. So again, we're proud of all of our students, and we can't wait for graduation next Tuesday, June 21st.
That's right, and their speeches, I'm sure, are already completed.
Yep.
For sure.
Of course.
Thank you for sharing that, and I agree that they're all great examples proving that you can get there from here. I have a few important reminders before we go. During the summer, we will once again be providing free breakfast and lunch for all Pemberton residents 18 and under. Information regarding the locations and times of free meals is posted on our district website, and it has been emailed to all parents. Please note that all participants are required to eat their meals on our premises, and no takeout meals will be available. The free summer meals also marks the end to the federal free meal program that was provided in all schools during the pandemic. Beginning in September, free meals will no longer be provided to all students, but only to those students enrolled in the free and reduced lunch program. More information will be sent to you over the summer months, so please be sure to check your email often for important messages regarding school schedules and busing information for the upcoming school year. Our next Board of Education work session will take place Thursday, June 16th at 6:30 p.m. in the Pemberton Township High School auditorium. The next action meeting is Thursday, June 23rd at 6:30 p.m. in the high school auditorium. There are no board meetings during the month of July. That's our show for today. I hope everyone enjoys a safe and refreshing summer break and look forward to seeing you next time on Inside Outlook. Thank you.